Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hello subscribers, welcome to the Fast Profits Daily. I'm Brijesh Bhatia. Metal stocks have came back very strongly in last couple of quarters. The metal index trending around the all-time highs. We saw 2021 the metals one of the best outperforming sector with around 70% gains. And if you have remember or following my videos, at the start of the 2021, I've highlighted that this year could be the metals, and that year metals was up by 70%. This year, with the last couple of quarters coming back very strongly, we are up around 18-19% so far into the metal index, and a week to go to end the year. I believe the metals are in a better place as we step into the 2023. Always it's a talk that what are the stocks one should look at, and always when we discuss the metal space or when you read the metal space, the first couple of stocks come to your mind is Tata Steel, Hindalco, VEDL. But if I just look at the history, probably two stocks where I believe they are generally underdog, or people don't prefer these stocks into their portfolios. That's Hind Copper and Hind Zinc. Well, if I have to choose one, what will you be choosing? In this video, I'll be discussing either of the two, which seems to be a better bet or better investment for 2023, and keeping a point of view of 1 year. I'll be discussing or analyzing these two stocks with their commodity, as Hind Copper with the copper prices and Hind Zinc with the zinc prices, because they, if in case the prices go higher or go down, they impact the price of the stock with the positive and negative. So they have the relation with the metal prices. So let's start on to the first chart. What are the metal index chart indicating? So if you remember, I've done a few weeks backs as well on the video on the metal space, onto the Adani versus Tata Steel and JSW Steel, VDL. At that point in time also I've discussed a metal index chart. Just looking at the weekly scale over year, just right from around 2017-18, we saw a breakout happening back in 2021, the mid of 2021, or the I would say the start of second quarter of 2021, and the rally continued by a fast and furious momentum. Though it was retested back in June 2022 when the markets corrected in the second quarter, and metals was one of the sector which was the most underperforming sector into the first half of the year, and the second half probably coming back very strongly onto the metal space is an exciting opportunity. And that's the reason I'm doing this video, where because the last two quarters this sector has came back very strongly. Now, if you look at the upper right hand side, the upper blue trend line, horizontal trend line, the prices are resisting around the previous highs. And once the 7,150, 7,200 level is taken out on the index, I believe this index will be into the new orbit, and we may see much higher levels coming onto the metal index in 2023 as well. I'm expecting once that is taken on, if I just look at the retracements level between the two blue horizontal lines or the parallel lines, 4,300 to 7,000, probably 7,100 levels. If I just look at the point wise, is nearly 2,700, 2,800 of range. Even if I calculate 50% of that range above the breakout level, which is around probably 1,200, 1,300 level points, and added to the breakout level of 7,200, it seems that 8,400, 8,500 can be on cards onto the metal index in 2023. I'm just waiting for a confirmation of the breakout on a weekly closing above 7,200, and that could be the first confirmation of the metal index breaking out. Second, if you look at this orange line, the recent fall into the June has been nearly taken support at 200, a weekly exponential moving average, and this is a weekly 200 is basically the longer period average, and it defines the long term trend as well. So if I just look at the structure, it seems very very bullish as we step into the or I would say the as we are ending the year of 2022 and about to step into 2023. This index, I believe, it's giving an excellent opportunity for an investors to keep a watch on. Again, keep a watch on 7,200 seems an excellent confirmation of the bullish breakout. Or in case we dip slightly above, say probably around 6,500, 6,600, then head higher, could be again an opportunity to look for a long side. Uh, Coming on to the copper prices now. This is the second chart which I will be discussing is the copper future COMEX weekly chart. Now, if you look at this chart over here, as I said, when the June prices, when the metals index corrected into the June, it retested the previous breakout, and similarly, copper prices or the commodity metal prices have seen a huge rally in 2021. 2022 has been a muted, I would say, for the metal prices. And now if I just look at the copper prices chart over here, the previous breakout has been retested right at the support zone of the previous highs. If you look at 2018 highs being retested back in 2022, and now the prices are showing a positive momentum or the reversal momentum onto the charts after taking the support over here. So it indicates that yes, the copper prices may head higher into the future. And if I just go slightly a basic fundamental wise, most of the metal companies have increased the prices of the metals. When the copper prices or the zinc prices or the lead prices or aluminum prices were trending higher back in 2021, most of the companies have increased the price of their products. Now when the copper prices have been slightly trending down and reversing probably onto the confirmation over here that the retest has happened and the prices are moving higher, it would again benefit to the these companies. So yes, the copper futures trending higher, it will definitely be a positive for the Hindustan Copper. Let's look at the third chart, which is Hindustan Copper weekly chart. Now, if I just look at the green horizontal line over here, the parallel lines, prices have breached the multiple previous highs over here. And as per the Dow theory, if I just look at the lower high, lower low structure was ended right in 2021 when the Hindustan copper prices rallied from around 2930 back towards 130, 140 levels. If I just look at the momentum now, the price is slightly consolidating around these levels. But importantly, the lower high, lower low structure has been breached. The trend reversal has happened as per the Dow theory. Now, prices have been taking support at around 200 weekly exponential moving average, which is the orange line over here. Interestingly, the consolidation seems, I think I will wait for a momentum to trigger on a positive side for Hindustan Copper, though it may take a time correction over here rather than a price correction and then move higher. But at current point in time, I'll wait for a confirmation of over 145, 150 to be taken out convincingly for a next leg of bullish momentum. As of now, the breakout or the green line which are been on the charts have been retested over here, and probably I think if I just look at the momentum, yes, from the lower levels, even look at the retracements happening, the recent momentum in the second half of 2022 has been very, very bullish in sync with metal index. But is it outperforming the metal index? Let's look at the next chart over here, which is the ratio chart of Hindustan Copper by metal index. Now, if you look at this daily chart over here, what does this define is I'm comparing the Hindustan Copper performance against the metal index performance. Now, look at the metal index components. We have Adani Enterprises, Tata Steel, Hindalco, VEDL, JSW Steel, Jindal Steel, Hind Copper, Hind Zinc, and there are a number of stocks into it. Hind Copper underperforming against these stocks, which means that there is a less chance of outperformance coming on from Hind Copper towards or against these heavyweights like Adani Enterprise, probably Tata Steel, Hindalco, VDL. But if I just look at right after 2021 rally, where Hindustan Copper witnessed a superb rally, I would say, or the surge in the quick time, This rally was being fading out as per the outperformance of Hind copper against the metal index. The slope going or the blue line going downwards, which means that Hindustan copper is underperforming against the metal index. Interestingly, the only cautious sign I would look at on this chart is the death cross. So basically, the death cross is when your 50 days average is trending below the 200, and it's been trending. So in the late, or I would say the last quarter of 2021, if you look at the green line has sloped below the orange line. The green line is basically 50 days average, and the orange line is basically 200 days average. Now, if I just look at the slope onto the downside has been continuing for over a year now, which means that the ratio here is trending below the death cross for over a year now, is a site of for I mean, I would wait for this confirmation to be taken on a positive side, with the price consolidating around the breakout level. The momentum is lacking into the Hind copper. The copper prices, though, are indicating a positive sign. There could be opportunity for Hindustan copper to outperform against the metal index. These are the scenarios for Hindustan copper. What about Hindustan zinc? Looking at the structure of Hindustan copper, the similar will be looking at on the same lines. We'll be looking at Hindustan zinc. So we started with the copper prices trend. In this case, we'll be starting with the zinc price trend. So next chart is zinc futures MCX. In that case, I've taken COMEX because COMEX is more liquid into the copper side. Onto the zinc, we don't have much data for the COMEX or the other exchanges. Hence, we have taken the zinc prices of MCX, and this is again a continuous contract prices. Now, back in 2018, what the COMEX, copper COMEX chart was indicating that the breakout had happened. We have been retesting in the copper prices as well. The similar structure is witnessed in Hind zinc, in the zinc futures MCX prices as well. So look at the blue line, horizontal line over here has been retesting now again. Orange line, which is 200 weekly exponential moving average, the slope is still trending bullish. Prices have taken support over here, and though like we had in the copper prices, COMEX copper prices, where the trend was showing bullish after the retesting, in zinc prices it's yet to happen. So once the structures start positive, we may see zinc pricing heading back towards 330 300 plus levels, and currently trading around somewhere around 265 270 levels. So let's look at the Hindustan zinc. What are the charts indicating on Hindustan zinc? So the next chart is Hindustan zinc weekly chart over here, and if you just look at the structure, the breakout happened. Similarly, what Hind copper showed, the rally happened. The retest of breakout has happened, where the green line was there in Hindustan copper. In the Hindustan, we have just plotted the blue line over here. The retest has happened at 2018 2019 highs, somewhere around 215 220, and the prices have rallied very fast and furious, giving an indication that the trend is very very bullish on the Hindustan zinc, which is still lacking into the Hindustan copper as of now. So if you look at the Hindustan zinc prices over here, the stock price, we have seen a V-shaped recovery coming, or probably you can say the momentum has been very very bullish onto the Hindustan copper, Hindustan zinc chart over here when after the retest. Plus 200 weekly exponential moving average acted as a huge support zone over here, and prices are trending above the long-term moving average, the breakout level, and it is about to hit the new all-time high. So performance-wise, Hindustan zinc is much better place than Hindustan copper over here. But is it outperforming against the metal index like we saw into the Hindustan copper versus the metal index? So let's look at Hindustan zinc versus the metal index, the ratio chart. Now, if I just look at the ratio chart right from 2021 rally, this ratio chart is trending in the triangle structure. Interestingly, if I just look at the death cross which happened in Hindustan copper, the similar death cross has happened in Hindustan zinc as well. But look at the prices are now trending above the 200 days average, the ratio chart especially. And it seems that within a triangle, once the triangle break out, we may see Hind zinc outperforming by a huge margin against the metal index. The slope as of now has been very very bullish. The importantly, if I just look at the Dow theory, the higher low is in place, though the higher high has been yet to come out. Once the triangle breakout, it may happen, but as of now, looking at the lows, we are forming the higher lows and trending into the symmetrical triangle structure. I believe Hindustan Zinc is slightly well placed against the Hindustan Copper. Uh, Two, three reasons. One, Hindustan Copper has been consolidating around the same breakout level or the retest level against Hindustan Zinc, which has taken a breakout retest, and again the bullish trend has been resuming. Second, the slope of ratio chart is been very very negative into the Hind Copper by Metal Index. Against the Hindustan Zinc by Metal Index, it's been showing that the structure seems very very interesting onto the positive side. Uh, Probably once the triangle breakout happen, I would say the zinc performance may accelerate against the metal index. And comparing with the two, I believe yes, Hindustan Zinc is well placed against the Hindustan Copper. And if I just look at, I have to choose out of the two, I'll go with the Hind Zinc against the Hindustan Copper. Again, if I just look at the metal index, I believe yes, metal index is in a better position to head higher. And just comparing these two stocks, because being an underdog, being I would say not favorite for the investors to look out in lines with the Tata Steel, Adani Enterprise, VEDL, Hindalco, and probably some of the other metal stocks. But these two stocks, I believe probably Hind Zinc could be the better place if you want to choose out of two against the Hind Copper and Hind Zinc. Hindustan Copper seems an excellent avenue, investment avenue over here against the Hindustan Copper. But probably as we step into 2023, I still believe metals has a huge potential to head higher, and choose the best stocks where you can make money for keeping a holding period of around 1 year, one and a half year. Out of these two, again, I am repeating, I believe Hindustan Zinc is better placed than Hindustan Copper for 2023. Signing off, Brijesh Bhatia.